Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emma and this here is my little craft corner where I talk about knitting and sometimes other yarn related stuff. And today I really wanted to share with you some patterns that if I had time I would knit these up straight away, or I would add these to my wardrobe straight away. We all know public enemy number one of knitters is time. Like, we're always running behind, we're always running out of time. We always have more plans, more yarn than we have time to actually knit. So I have listed some patterns here that I would really love to knit right now, but I just do not have the time for it. First of all, I have a sweater. It is a fingering weight sweater, so that's basically why I am not really ready to knit it, or I don't have the time to do it. Also, I don't have the right yarn for it, which is another problem that knitters often have. I don't have the time for this and I don't have the yarn for this. So this is sitting on my to knit list for way too long. And it is the Wool and Honey sweater by Andrea Maury. And it is so beautiful. Like, I'll put up a picture here. It is incredibly beautiful. The design, the honeycomb design, I love it so much. I really want this sweater right now, or preferably last winter. I really am so in love with this pattern, with this design. I think it is so subtle yet very beautiful. It looks like it is garter stitch, which garter stitch in round might be very annoying to knit, but still I love this pattern so much and I really would like to make it. I just don't have the time for it, and I don't have the yarn for it, so it's a no for now. Then I have a blouse on my list as well. It is the Viola blouse by Titi Lutzak. Again, pictures up here. And this is just so beautifully dainty, and the details on the bottom, the lace details are so pretty. The tassels, so that you could either close it or open it. I love it so much. It is so beautiful. I see some of the testers made a short sleeve version, which is very pretty as well. Might be better suited for summer, but the longer sleeves are also pretty alright for spring or autumn or colder summer days, I think. It's just so pretty and I love it so much. I wish I had this in my wardrobe right now, or 10 months ago, or I wish I had this, but I don't have the time for it, I don't have the yarn for it, and yeah, it's just not going to happen anytime soon. But I love it so much. It looks very nice and flowy, just an easy thing to put on, I believe. You just wear it with whatever, you can wear it to whatever. You can wear it to the office, to a gathering with friends or something. It is so beautiful. Again, I want to knit this, but I just don't know when. I don't know if I'll ever knit it. And I have the same thing with the next cardigan that I have. It is the Robinson Wrap cardigan by Florence Miller, from Handmade by Florence. This is so beautiful. It's like a ballerina wrap top. And I love those designs. It is so tight fitting and it hugs her body perfectly. It is just so pretty. I really want to make this, but it's also fingering weight, so it will take a long time. I would love to knit it up with Knitting for Olive yarn, which means it is very expensive. So it's expensive, I don't have the time, I don't have the yarn. It's not happening anytime soon. I have more things with higher priority to work on right now. But I would absolutely love to have this. I would love to knit this up. It looks like a pretty beautiful pattern. I don't know. I really want to knit something by Florence because I watch her podcast. I'm obsessed by her color choices. I'm obsessed with her designs as well. With everything she knits, everything she designs. I love it all. So I would love to knit one of her designs and I would love to knit this cardigan. I just do not have the time for this right now. So it's annoying. Another cardigan that I don't have the time to knit is the Acne Cardigan. Because obviously it is DK weight on brioche stitch. I do not know how to do brioche stitch. And I've heard of people knitting this up and it just takes a long time because it's knit up using 3mm needles. So that is super annoying. I don't think this will be knit up by me anytime soon. It might be next winter or something, or maybe the winter after that. I don't know. It's not super high on my to knit list, but it is pretty high on my I want to have this list. So I just have to figure out what I'm going to do about that, because it looks like a perfect layering piece, a perfect cardigan to just put over whatever, whenever I'm in the office, whenever I'm out with friends, whenever I'm just at home and I want to snuggle up with a cardigan. This looks like the perfect fit for that. But I would have to knit it and I would have to buy yarn for it and it's going to take a long time. So I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over and over, but I really love this pattern. I just do not have the time. So that sucks. Then another very pretty cardigan that would be more of like something I'd wear to special occasions and not just around the house or to the office is the Whitmore Cardigan by Amy Loden. And this is just so gorgeous. I feel like everybody's obsessing about this right now. The lace details around the yoke, the way it buttons up, like how tight it is for a cardigan. I love it so much. I really want to dress up with it. Again, this is the Acne Cardigan, very high on my I want to have this list and very low on my I want to knit this list. Well, not very low, but just not exceptionally high or anything. I have other cardigans that I would really love to knit that I have the yarn for and I have the knitting mojo for. So this is not really going to be here anytime soon, but still I love it and I want to have this and I want to knit it. So I might knit it someday, but not now because I just do not have the time. Then I have a tee. It's by Ozetta, the Moonset Tee. And with this, I really love the V-neck design, the way it layers over itself and just, it feels like the perfect casual t-shirt fit and I would love that. This is a pattern that I would love to knit up, so it's pretty high on that and it's pretty high on my I want this list. But the struggle is that there are just, I believe there are like hundreds of patterns that fall within the category of I really want to have this and I really want to knit this. So this is one of them and I just don't have the time, the hands, the needles to do it all at the same time. It is just so gorgeous and I really, really, really want to have this. It's just not happening now. It might be end of summer thing to knit. I don't have the yarn for it either, so I'll have to see. But it's knitted in fingering weight, so that's not really that great. On 3.25mm needles, so that's maybe a bit better. I believe just straight stock and that works great for me whenever I just want some mindless knitting. So I feel like this would kind of fly off the needles, but it would still take up a lot of time and I just don't have that right now. So that's why I'm not really knitting it right now. Then I have a camisole that I really want to knit, or well, it's more bralette really. So this will just fly off the needles, but I just don't have the time to find the yarn for it and to knit it up because I have 12 whips laying around currently and I really want to finish those first before I get myself to commit to another piece to knit. And that is the Framework Bonnet by Jessie Made Designs. It is knit up in DK weight on 3.5mm needles. It is beautiful. It looks very easy. It does not use that much yarn. It's perfectly fine and I love it so much, and I really want to have this, so I think I might knit this up in the summer. I feel like it's just going to take me less than a week to make this, and then I have it. I just don't have the time for it right now because I have 12 whips laying around, so who am I to cast on this and cast it off immediately when there's so much other projects just waiting for me to finish it. And there is also so much yarn laying around. Like, I feel like there's 3 years of yarn currently in my stash. Who am I to give priority to buy new yarn to knit this when I have so much laying around that I still have to do something with? I don't know. But I really love this and I really want to have this. I really want to knit this. I just don't have the yarn and I don't feel like buying the yarn right now. I don't feel like casting it on right now just because I have so much laying around currently. So this will take a backseat for now. Then I have a pattern that I have half the yarn for, like 2 patterns really. I have half the yarn for this. I have plans to knit this. I just don't have time to get the other half of the yarn and work on it. It is Camisole number 6 and Shorts number 1 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. And I really love this design. I really love that it's a set with the 2 knitting items. I really wanted to just make the set to lounge in the summer. It is knit with 2 fingering weight strands held together. And I currently have some yarn that is fingering weight, but it is variegated yarn, so I'm not going to be holding that double. I just want another strand of fingering weight yarn that kind of matches the variegating yarn. Just hold it together. I think that's a really nice effect to have. This is knit up in 4mm needles, so I feel like this will go pretty quickly. I just have to go to the yarn store with 1 skein of yarn and just kind of match it up with fingering weight yarn they have laying around. And then we'll be fine to knit this in summer, because I have plans to knit this next season. I just don't really have the yarn yet. And again, I want to finish my current whips before casting on something new. Yeah, those were some of the patterns that are really high on my I want to have this list, that might be really high on my I want to knit this list. But I don't have the time to do it all. So I just wanted to share it with you. To let you know, this is what's on my mind right now. It's what I've been thinking about a lot, casting on these things. I've been dreaming about buying the yarn for the Whitmore cardigan. I've been dreaming about wearing my Acne. I just don't have the time to knit it, which sucks. So please let me know if you have the same problem. If you have more ideas than you have hands or than you have time to knit it all. Please let me know. I'd love to have this discussion in the comments down below. And in the meantime, happy knitting, and I will see you guys again real soon. Bye!